Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
And Suzanne Evans is here. Welcome back to the programme. Before we come on to your leadership bid for UKIP, you've quoted as saying that the High Court judges who ruled against the government over the Brexit issue should be sacked. What bit of the independence of the judiciary don't you understand?
I absolutely understand independence of the judiciary. Let me make my comments very clear. I think it's one of those things on Twitter when you only have 140 characters. I've been concerned for quite a while that the judiciary is becoming more politically active. And I think there needs to be some kind of recall mechanism for them, possibly. I think they need to be more accountable. I think this case actually highlights it very well.
So should they be sacked or not?
Well, I think with the case, this particular case, we have an instance here where the Lord Chief Justice is a committed Europhile who I think founded the European Law Network, which is committed to European legal integration. So I think perhaps there is a case. It's a conflict of interest. Well, I don't see why they shouldn't be accountable to a select committee, the select committee in Parliament. Perhaps we need to look at giving the Justice Select
committees
Committee.
Can't sack anybody.
Well, that's again another thing I think that I want to campaign for as UKIP leader. Select committees should have a little bit more teeth in Parliament.
You are aware that sacking judges whose rulings you disagree with is what they do in banana republics and dictatorships like Egypt. Sisi, he didn't like what the judges did, so he just got rid of the judges.
Of course. And
is that really a route you want to go down?
Of course it isn't, and it's absolutely...
Well, that's what you're talking about.
No, it's absolutely not the route I'm going down to, Andrew. And I would be the first, actually, to say I certainly don't want a situation in England like we have in America, where we have elected judges, for instance.
My question... Well, but the major judges in America are not elected. The Supreme Court is appointed and the courts of appeal on the federal circuit are appointed as well. But you've said that MPs should have the right to sack judges. That's what you said, thereby breaking a cardinal principle of our Constitution and of the American Constitution, that there's a separation of judiciary and the legislature.
Absolutely.
Is that really what you want to do?
This is where the line is being crossed. We are seeing increasing cases of judicial review where judges are allowing pressure groups and campaigners to bring cases for judicial review and then making rulings which would not stand up to scrutiny at the ballot box.
But Parliament can overturn judicial review with an act of Parliament. If it doesn't like a judicial review from the judges, Parliament can amend the legislation, which makes the judicial review null and void. Parliament on that is sovereign, but it doesn't fire the judges.
But do you think then that judges should be accountable to no one? That's the question, isn't it? And that's the situation that we have at the moment.
The point of an independent judiciary is that they're independent. That once they are appointed, like our Supreme Court judges, yes, they have the freedom to rule as they see fit under the law.
But
that's how it works here, it's how it works in Germany, it's how it works in France, it's how it works in America.
But if it can be seen that their rulings are actually, they're acting ultra vires in trying to make the law as opposed to actually enact the law, what do we do about them then? I think there needs to be a mechanism in place to keep that judicial activism in
keep them in a short leash.
Yes.
All right.